again, I'm on Highway 18. I just left Hortensia's, had supper there. For some reason, the video cut off, but they had this closed. Oh, God, here comes I'm going to wait here and let him come around. They had a rock slide. It was closed when I came up at 1 p.m. in the Narrows down here, and I had to go Crest Force from Crest Force over to where Pete was. I ran into Pete. We found he was going in to help this couple. They got there on Island Drive, and we ran into a couple that had an expedition that was buried. We got them out. Got in a fist fight with the resident there. I don't know if he's shack wacky or what, but sheriff came. We sorted it out. I was going to have him arrested for assaulting me and punching my mirror on my truck, and because we were already clear. He said he had to go somewhere, and it turned out he wasn't going anywhere. He was just coming down to mess with us. Pete was up on the Kubota like it was like WWF wrestling off the top turnbuckle. He saw I was in trouble, and the guy started to go after him. Then he came back and was going after me, and that's when Pete said, enough of that. He was doing his war whoop, you know. But evidently they had, I'm curious where this was. The Narrows are down here where it gets real narrow. It's a little lower, I think. But yeah, this is when I came around Crest Force, out of Crestline, it wasn't too bad. But then it, towards the end of where we ended up working, a lot of the power lines were down and comm lines, and they had they said they'd been without power like 4 days. Edison was in there working, and it got real narrow toward the end of Crest Force, like a 1-lane deal. The berms were real high, snow berms, and they were still clearing trees in there. Edison was in there trying to get power back up, or I guess they did get it back up. They said today, I guess it was. Those residents, oh God, did they give them? I never did get their name or number. It was, it's on the video, their names. I can send I can post the info where they live. Everybody knows them. Somebody will probably know them. And they can relay where the video's going to be at on Redlands Buzz. Yeah, I got somebody tailgate me already. Jesus. You gotta take it slow up here. There's snow berms collapsing, rock slides. Some places it necks down to 1 lane. Tree branches. This ain't gonna freeze. It's 45 degrees. You don't have to worry about this freezing yet. It could get cold enough. I don't know how cold it's getting here. But you gotta go. And the people coming out of driveways and even intersections, they can't see. The 12-foot berms you can't see until you get out halfway out on the road. I've seen a couple near misses on wrecks. I finally hit a block for one lady. If she nearly got T-boned, I blocked my side so she could come out. Put that fog light on. Get a little better action. There's weather coming in tomorrow, because I was asking Pete if he was going to come back up and you know, the weather. We'll have to wait till Friday, Saturday. It's going to rain. I'm seeing pooled up water now, you know, where it's flooding a little bit on the roadway. You know, all this melts. It's going to be a flood situation. The roofs, the heavy roofs with all the snow. I didn't see anybody clearing roofs up here. I saw that more. Where did I see that? Actually, Big Bear, I didn't see any people clearing roofs. I've been kind of watching it on social media while they're doing it. Wait, I did see somebody in Big Bear. They were on the roof of that gas station, that where the islands were, that flat roof, which is, yeah, I think we're down by the Narrows now. Sorry, guy, but I'm trying to take it easy. This guy behind me wants to go 90 miles an hour. I missed a turnout already. I should get a turnout over here when I can get one. The problem is there's not a lot of room. And the roads, I went on 189 from Lake Gregory Road. It was pretty, it was plowed like too wide. The berms are like 10 foot high. I mean, that's crazy. A little bit of water melting, snow melt across it. Let's see if I can hit this guy and get this guy off my tail. I don't want to have this guy. If I have to suddenly stop, he'll crash right into me. He flashes lights at me. That's a thank. If you don't know the mountain deal, that's a thank you when they flash your lights. I usually flash them back to say you're welcome. I think this is where they had. Yeah, this is where they had it stopped. I want to go not Crestline. I want to go down. I think this is where they had it blocked when I came up. Right here. There's a front loader like a Bobcat, a skid steer right there. I'm sorry, a skid steer. It looked like they were loaded up. I saw loaders, front loaders up here like crazy, working everywhere. We pretty much, I got up here about 1-ish. It took us about 2 hours to clear that expedition. That's 3. Then about 3:30, Pete went back up to where the original house he was trying to clear up there. And we didn't need that guy coming down there and attacking us. I mean, we had people we were trying to dig out, trying to help. And he really slowed us down. We had to deal with him. Then I called the sheriff, and I was like, this is nuts. Get this guy off of us. And I was going to have him arrested, and I thought, you know what, those guys, they're probably under a lot of stress, a little duress. And I really didn't want to hang around and mess with that guy. We wanted to get out of there. So Pete had to work late. It must have been till dark to get that driveway. I didn't go up with him because it was pretty narrow. He said I'd probably get stuck and have to back out. I was down below on the main road coming in, Island Drive, and there was another drive. It was like a fork in the road there. It was a private road into like, I guess 10 cabins on the left and a couple on the right fork. What a crazy day though, jeez. This is where they're still digging out people. Their Forest Falls was looking good. Big Bear was looking kind of halfway good. This is where it's basically manual digging with shovels to get driveways cleared and get to people's doors where they can come out, get them out. This is where they were staging down below, right there, that yard. Be careful when you come up because the big trucks were dumping, the dump trucks were dumping snow over there. They were hauling, those big ass dump trucks. They were hauling snow in there and dumping it. And the sun's melting it. But they were cutting across the upbound lane. So when you get up here toward the top above the Crestline Bridge, take it slow because a lot of these big dump trucks are crossing over. Don't want to hit a big dump truck. I guarantee you won't win that one. And they had a snowcat there. It was parked. Probably for if they needed it. There was porta potties there. There was a tanker truck there. I think it said E something, E102. I got video of it. I'll post it tonight. Hopefully I can get this video up tonight. Oh, what else was going on up here? And we had issues when we were pulling the guy out, when they were trying to back out. Actually, when Pete was running the Kubota down there, assholes honking at him, It's like, slow down, give us 2 minutes, we'll get out of your way. Don't be an asshole. And then when we went to back out, when I went to back out, the sheriff was helping me, but nobody wants to stop. Same for when Pete went back with the Kubota, and when we got the expedition out, people didn't want to stop. And it's like, Jesus Christ, people. 2 minutes isn't going to kill you. Not even that. 30 seconds to back out, and turn and go up, go the way you're going. And one thing about it, if you live up here, like that lady had a 2-wheel drive, wipers were bad, they were stuck on, dead battery, had no way to jump start it. We were able to jump start it. if you live up here, you kind of got to be ready for winter. You know, shovels, snowblower, 4-wheel drive, chains, battery cables, or I've got one of those little packs that you just clamp onto the battery and boom, it'll do about 3 jump starts. Those are invaluable. You don't have those big long ass cables. What else? I have my kinetic strap, have a tow strap. Somebody may come along that can pull you out of the ditch, but if they don't have a strap, what are you gonna do? Kinetic strap's about $100 for the cheaper ones, $150 for the good ones, the really, high end. Basically, it's a 100-foot rubber band. It doesn't act like a tow strap. It's got a rubber band effect, so it really pops them out of the holes. Works a lot better. Get a couple what they call soft shackles. They're like little connector pieces of nylon rope. It helps you. It's like a shackle. It works as a shackle to hook the rope to the vehicle. We had to get a little creative because of Pete used my kinetic strap off his Kubota. Once we got him loose and got the vehicle started, there was a big berm or like an ice wall we had to get over. And my strap was too long. That's one thing I'm going to see if they got shorter ones. That one was 100-foot. I could really use a 20-footer because as soon as we popped them out, there was a hard curve that they had to make. So we couldn't get a long pull on them, straight pull. So we ended up, I think, doubling or tripling my kinetic strap. My kinetic rope. It actually looks like a rope. And that got him out. Actually, he got him over the hump. Let's see, I didn't winch him. Yeah, we were going to winch him with my winch, but then we got him onto that's where 4-wheel drive will help. With that 2-wheel drive, once they got the rear wheels on the ice, it wouldn't go nowhere. So we got him on, let's see, how did we do that? Pete got him around the corner. Oh, Pete got him down. He dragged him a little bit with his Kubota. Then Pete got in the vehicle itself. There was the kid didn't have a license, didn't know how to drive it, and the lady was a little bit freaked out about it. So Pete backed it around the corner. We got him onto the pavement. There's the checkpoint here on the left. They are checking IDs when I came up. They're up at Upper Waterman Canyon, Highway 18 at Upper Waterman Canyon. They were checking. Oh, guy must have parked and he's walking across. He's probably trying to see if there's a big thing. They must have pushed it over there. Saw that big wad of ice. He's probably checking to see if he can get back up. If he goes down. Because there's been some instances that people came down. They were told by one checkpoint guy that they could go down and get groceries, come back, or supplies or whatever, medical, and then they come back up and they won't let them through. A different guy is there. And even though they're a resident, you're supposed to be able to go up as a resident now, show ID. See, the problem is not everybody's got their current address on they're saying utility bill. But I remember talking to the guy at the Alpine Meadows camp. His address is Ventura. He's just up there working as a camp helper, maintenance guy, running the plow. So technically, he's not a resident. But that's when they got to be a little bit, have a list or somewhere they can verify who he is, make a radio call or phone call and verify who he is. I think this is down where I hit those rocks that one night coming down from hockey practice. I dodged the big ones, but I hit the little ones, and I didn't realize I was in a rental car. I just totaled my truck. A kid hit me and totaled my truck. I was in a rental car, and what else happened? Oh, I get to the bottom of the hill, and it's on empty. Put a fist-sized hole in my gas tank. But I didn't know it. I didn't know I'd hit one. I kicked one up. But anyway, I hitchhiked home. It was like 1 a.m. Yeah, it was really... Oh, look at the line. Jesus. That's the line going up. It's all the way back down to the bottom. Oh, man. One car at a time. That's gonna. Yeah, right here's where it's snacking down to one. That's a hell of a weight. Ouch. You're talking half an hour, 20 minutes. That ain't moving fast. You see how the rock that came down? Right here. Right down here's where I hit that. So that first thing at 8 o'clock, I couldn't call the rental company to say, hey, the car's, I abandoned it on to the 210. 8 o'clock I call him. The guy starts yelling at me. And I go, hey, I'm lucky I didn't get killed. And I had bought the insurance. So I go to get my hockey gear out of the trunk. He won't give me the hockey gear. He says I owe him for the tank $300. This is like 1985. And I said, I got insurance. That's why I got the insurance. And he doesn't want to give me my hockey gear. He finally realizes that he can't make me pay for the tank. So then he's trying to keep my hockey gear as hostage. And I said, I got games to play, practices I got to go to. The lady almost hit me. I mean, she came up, started swerving wildly. She wasn't ready, I guess, for a car in her lane, and God, thank God she didn't hit me, or whoever it was. Anyway, that guy, it was called Apple, it was right outside the Norton Air Force Base gate on 3rd Street. Apple Dumpling or Apple something car rental on the right, east of the main Del Rosa gate, on that little bend. And I told him, I said, I'm getting my gear. And he said he'd call the cops. So I jumped over the counter and went after him. Big, huge guy. Not huge muscle like, but just 400 pounds round, built like a beach ball. And I pinned him up against the wall, and the secretary's calling the cops, 911. And somehow he got loose and he got in his office. And he locked the door. And I was going to kick the door, and I thought, man, I'm going to go to jail for this. But I wanted my hockey gear. So the cops come, and they're like, well, that's a civil matter. And I said, well, you need to handle this now here. I need my gear back, or it's going to be a lot of paperwork. And they kind of went in and talked to Jerry was the guy's name. Jerry. They went in and talked to him and said, I was like 19 in the service, or 23. So I was really getting upset. And they told the guy, give him his hockey gear. Just say he'll get out of here. He'll leave you alone. He just wants his hockey gear. And you can't really hold it as hostage, even though possession, is 9/10 of the law and all that. So they escorted me back, and I got my hockey gear out of the trunk. And that was the last of Jerry. It was like a F you, Jerry, as I went out the door. Yeah, I was ready to go to jail over that. And I damn near did. Jerry, I can't remember his last name. But if you're out there, Jerry, I got my gear. Yeah, and I was totally legal. I had paid insurance. So, what a day on the mountain. Jesus. I won't be back up probably Sunday maybe. Oh, is that a boulder? Jesus. Did you see that? That was a 3-foot across boulder. Holy mackerel, now I got another guy on my ass. There's 2 lanes, guy. There's 2 lanes. He goes barreling off on that right. I'm going 50 too. He's going 70 off that offshoot on that right. I forget what that is, Sierra Way or whatever that is. It shoots off to the right, right there at the bottom of the hill. Hopefully we can make it home. Jesus. But like I said, Sunday, we'll wait and see what this rain does. They're talking maybe some flooding, maybe some roofs collapsing. I saw a lot of snow on roofs up there. I just hope that it ain't a lot of rain in it. I've seen pictures of inside the house where the ceiling collapsed, the roof, and it's such a mess. God, I hate seeing that. And a lot of people are out of state, or they haven't been up yet, so they're gonna walk into a total wrecked house, cabin. So, man, Waterman's beat up down here. I haven't been up Waterman here in a while, and man, this is like third world country road. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you've got shovels, I can pick them up. They need shovels. Ooh, what else? If you can find shovels, yeah, that's the thing. Let me know if you see shovels. Because when I went look yesterday, nobody had them. The strike teams went in there, the fire strike teams, and they got donated all their shovels. There's San Bernardino, you can drop off food and supplies, medical stuff, toiletries. We've got a list on our group of the collection points. Come on, turn your brights off. There's another guy on my butt right now. And we have a daily mountain relief thread. We're trying to coordinate, do what we can off of our Redlands Buzz Facebook group. Pete was a huge help. Yeah, check that thread on Redlands Buzz Facebook group. Thanks for watching. I'll see you.